Hi po, ako nga po pala si Mark. I'm Brian Topa.
A three-point shot for Peñafiel. Boom!
Too big, too strong, too good. Out for another three-pointer. Butter!
Not in my house!
College basketball action continues here at ENDERUN College in Taguig para sa pagpapatuloy ng Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5 where tomorrow happens. And after another play-in match in the East kung saan nagtagumpay ang UMAC kontra sa PCU Dasma, we get to our fourth game today and it is an all-UAAP matchup in the West Conference. It is the Adamson University Soaring Falcons versus the University of Santo Tomas Growling Tigers. Anton Ross po alongside Justin Alfonso, and this should be a very interesting matchup. We will also be joined by Bianca Tagarda. Matatandaan natin na nagtagumpay ang UST kontra sa Adamson when these two teams faced off for the first time here in this Collegiate Cup. But it's a different story. This time around, it is play-in time, win or go home.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see how these two teams will readjust after the first matchup. It's all about adjustment on those second meetups.
So we see the results of the first three play-in games. Etong laban na to sa pagitan ng UST at Adamson, hindi na po ito play-in game, but it is a matchup between, yun nga, two teams that are in the same conference, ang West Conference, and things should be even more interesting moving forward. So, importante ang laban na to para sa UST at Adamson University. UST, Justin, has been on a roll. 4-game winning streak. Ito namang Adamson has yet to win back-to-back games. So, that's something that Coach Nash Racela is hoping that his team can achieve.
Of course, two contrasting stories like you said, but for Adamson, it's all about trying to gain traction. We know Coach Nash Racela, one of the most experienced coaches here in the country, so I'm sure he'd want his guys to play better and stick to that system that they're trying to implement here.
Now, talking about UST, despite that 4-game winning streak, showed a little chink in their armor as Best Link Calasag took them to overtime in this previous outing.
Credit to Best Link. They really tried and they stuck around to the end of this game. They went into overtime, but UST, if they're going to be a championship contender, they can't have games like this where they let other teams stick around and believe that they have a chance against them. So they need to put the nail in the coffin early as the third quarter, as early as the start of the fourth quarter, because this UST squad, they're a promising team. They're number 5 in the nation, so they need to start showing that they belong and deserve that number 5 ranking.
You're looking at the UST Growling Tigers. You got a glimpse of Peter Osang wearing jersey number 32, had a monster outing, played 30 minutes, scored 27 points in that overtime win against BCP Calasag.
Peter Osang showed how much of a threat he is offensively and defensively. 27 points, 15 rebounds. Who makes those numbers? That's like prime Dwight Howard numbers. So 27 and 15, if he does that again here tonight, that's a good performance for Peter Osang.
At rinesbakan pa siya ni Ice Danting, who celebrated his birthday with a 21-point performance. So things are coming together para sa kupunan ni Coach Japs Kuan.
Yeah, it's going to be fun seeing those two guys play. Iceland Thing has such a highly skilled basketball game to him. Plus, he's super athletic. You love that kind of play from the Iceland Thing.
Lipat naman tayo sa kabila at pag-usapan ng Adamson University Soaring Falcons. As we have been discussing, this is a team looking for consistency. They have not won back-to-back games. And in this game against JRU, muntika na silang matalo. Yusuf just missed a fast break layup from point-blank range, kaya nakatakas itong Soaring Falcons.
The Soaring Falcons need to clean up at the end game. They got to make sure they execute well. There was a lot of turnovers that let JRU stay in that game. So if you're Adamson, you have a system. You have a great system under Coach Nash Racela. You have to trust that. You have to keep believing in that. You got to execute at end game situations.
Now let's focus our attention on one of the players that really starred for Adamson, Kobe Demisana, 11 points in that outing. Of course, itong Adamson University, isa rin to sa mga kupunan na nasa radar ng maraming teams dito sa collegiate basketball sa Pilipinas.
Yeah, the Adamson Soaring Falcons, the post-Cedric Manzano era, they're trying to find that next staple in their roster. They're number 21 in the nation. So let's see who will step up and fill those shoes.
Oh, that's all. That always seems to be the question, Justin, about Adamson. Sino ba yung go-to guy nila when it comes to end-game situations? It seems like a different player steps up every single game. Nakikita nyo po, right side of your screens, Eding, minsan si Franzman ang gumagawa. So it's been a merry-go-round of heroes for the Soaring Falcons.
You know, it's nice to see that they have guys that can step up in different situations and in different games, but then you gotta have that staple, that one guy when things are rough, when things need a hero, when you need a guy that will stabilize things. Who are you gonna go to? It was Cedric Manzano in the last few years, but now who is that guy? So let's find out. Maybe someone will step up here today, and that could be their breakout game.
And maybe Bianca Tagarda can give us some information as well. Let's go to Bianca right now.
Yes, Anton and Justin, for this UAAP showdown, we will be seeing the future of these teams here. For the UST Growling Tigers, they only have 11 players present for today according to Coach Japs Kuwan. Pero dito daw masusubok ang tatag ng future ng kanilang program. While for the Adamson Soaring Falcons, may mga onting wala pero kompleto pa rin daw ang rekado. So let's see how Coach Nash Rosella will mix and match his players. Anton and Justin?
11 players para sa UST, and you know what? Even though ganyan lang ang bilang ng mga players ni Coach Japs, I was looking at the minutes from the previous game. They had several players who logged in at least 27 minutes. So sanay sa heavy minutes itong mga players ni Coach Japs sa UST.
Kondisyon na kondisyon yung mga bata ni Coach Jap Chuan. So let's see here how they can continue to play that kind of basketball style with only 11 players on their team.
All right, let's turn it over to our Coliseum announcer para makilala ang mga starters ng UST at ng Adamson.
Action continues here at ENDERUN Titans Gym, Taguig City for the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5. It's UST versus Adamson. Live on our official YouTube channel, Pinoyliga Cup. Let's meet our starters first for the Ust Growling Tigers. Point guard number 0, Kirk Cañete. Small forward number 8, Charles Buxit. Shooting guard number 12 by Saak Danting. Power forward number 44, Sebastian Jacob. And at center number 32, Peter Osang. UST Growling Tigers will be led by Japs Kua. Now for the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Playing center number 5, Jonah Precious. Power forward number 11, Joshua Barcelona. Shooting guard number 15, Ray Allen Torres. Point guard number 18, Matt Irolon. And a small forward number 20, Eman Annabo. Head coach is Nash.
Nagpapatuloy ang ating live coverage ng Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5 as you see the starters on your screens for both UST and Adamson. Panibagong starting unit na naman as we usually see here in this Collegiate Cup, as some players sometimes are in, sometimes they're out, but in this play-in game, the coaches, both coaches will have to make do with what they have as of the moment as UST gets the first possession after the opening tip. And here we go, Kirk Cañete has the basketball. Cañete gets it back off of a handoff.
See right away, horn set action like for UST. Not using the screen, but it's an entry pass on the low post. Then a nice flare screen for Jacob. So let's see if they're going to go to that action more often here.
Cañete accelerates. Cañete, that's a good sign for UST.
Like that finish from Cañete, knowing that Mr. Jonah is down low. He puts it off at the high part of the glass and being able to convert.
Cañete played 31 minutes in that overtime win against DCP Kalasag. Apat sila sa UST na nakapag-log in ng at least 27 minutes. Si Cañete, Danting, Osang, and Esteban. Gaya na sinabi ni Justin, kondisyon itong mga batang to. Pinasa sa kanto. Triple on the way is up and in. Count the basket for Eman Anabo.
Nice ball movement from Adamson from one end to the other to a corner three. That's the kind of basketball you want to play if you're not going to have that star player.
Cañete. Wild pass to Buksit. Buksit. Wow, under duress. Finds a way to score.
My goodness, what a wild shot from Buksit, but hey, the bank is open for USD here early in this game.
Buksit finding a way despite drowning under the defense as Jonah rolls to the basket and scores.
That's a good roll from Jonah. Then when he gets the ball, he keeps attacking at Mr. Osang, and great finish there.
Osang coming off a 27-point outing. So Osang did his scouting report and wants to apply pressure. Cañete lost his footing momentarily. Osang could not tip it in. It's Adamson basketball. Anabo. Pass to the left wing. Ball is back up top. Soaring Falcons up early. Anabo finds Precious Jonah, who blows the short stab.
You like the movement right now of Adamson. They're going from one side of the court to the other, then they're going inside down low. You like this ball movement. You like this continuity on offense, and that's Coach Nash Racella's system right there.
Cañete hops inside. Osang just a little bit short on that jump hook for Peter Osang. Erolon, air ball. Another chance for Adamson. And Torres is saying, count the basket despite the contact away from the ball.
There's a lot of physical action down there on the floor. It was a box-out situation where Osang and Jacob alongside Jonah Precious fighting for that basketball, and Precious was squeezed in between Osang and Jacob. So it was a very tough situation there, but let's see what the reviews, or what the official will review here and what the call will be.
Adamson hoping that the shot was taken before the contact happened dahil pumasok nga yung tira nitong si Torres. So maaga pa lang, ang dami ng kaganapan dito sa bakbakang Adamson at UST. And we hope you guys are joining wherever it is you are tuned in to the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5.
You know, Precious Jonah has such good upside being the FSA of Adamson. He has good athletic ability. He's mobile. That's what you look for in your foreign student athletes. Are they mobile enough? Can they set the screen and roll hard? Can they set the screen and pop out hard? And can they get the rebound and dribble the ball down the floor? So I think Jonah Precious has a lot of that as we take a look at that replay. There it is. He's tied up between two USD players. And very physical action to start this game.
So nagbagsakan before the shot of Ray Allen Torres. So referees did not count that shot despite the play continuing. Erolon to Torres. Torres, babawi. There you go.
Yeah, when your name is Ray Allen Torres, you better be able to shoot that three ball. But Ray Allen Torres definitely can.
8-4 in favor of Adamson University. Cañete. Buksit pops out. Triple on the way. Peter Osang throws the ball out to Cañete. Cañete, a little bit too strong. Jonah Precious with the basketball. Torres steps on the brakes. Erolon. Erolon Oh, wow. Aggressive drive and finish by Joshua Barcelona.
Nice take there by Barcelona, seeing that Jonah Precious went to the opposite side to clear out the big man, then he takes it middle. Great read there.
Cañete swings it to the left wing. Buksit launches.
Wow, what a great read from Buksit, seeing the overplay there from the defender. He knew that the defender was cheating already, seeing that screen being set. As soon as Buksit saw that, he looked like he was about to use it, then he pulls it back out. Just a great read, just a great move, and a great basket.
Good start for Buksit, who already has 5 points as we go to Bianca Tagarda for this courtside report.
Mga kaliga, if you're curious on the relation of Soaring Falcon Phil Aussie, Noah Pacquiao on Pac-Man, well, wag kayong mag-alala dahil curious din daw siya on it. But kidding aside, well, Noah shares to me his story of his basketball journey at sabi niya nga sa akin, if there's one thing it taught him, it is about patience. Kwento niya nga sa akin, it was 2023 when he transferred to Adamson, but having been injured twice for 2 years, it took him years before he could even play on court. Pero kahit na ganon, Noah learned how to be more patient despite months of no basketball at all. At ngayon that he's back on court, Noah is here to give his all and to not waste any minute, especially for this play-in match. Anton and Justin?
Yeah, actually, Bianca, Justin, na-curious din ako kung ano ang relation niya. At kung meron ba sa ating pambansang kamao na si Manny Pacquiao, and he said he doesn't know. So his dad daw is from Australia, his mom is from Cebu, and yung sport talaga niya wasn't really basketball, it was ice hockey.
Wow.
He only started playing basketball at 17 years old.
17?
Yeah, man.
A late bloomer for Noah Pacquiao. I mean, if you start playing basketball at 17 years old and you're able to play college basketball, I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's like a senior in high school, and next year you're playing college ball.
So he's 22 now, so that's just 5 years of playing basketball.
Wow. And he's playing in the Premier League collegiately here in the Philippines, so credit to Noah.
Alaw. Osang! Binit-bit ang bola!
I like the skill of Peter Osang being able to hang in the air like that, adjust his shot, being able to stride, get to the rim. I mean, it's hard to defend guys like that, so I like Peter Osang. I think he has a good future with this program. He's in good hands and great basketball system and great development too. You know, a lot of USD players end up playing in the pros, so he's in a good line of development here for USD.
Tsaka, he's playing hard. He's giving it his all as we see quality dimes on display brought to you by ENDERUN. He's probably second or third. I would say third right now behind Colin Sacoa and Racine Kane. At alam naman natin sa UAP rules, dalawa lang ang foreign student athlete na pwedeng i-line up. So, maski ganun yung kaalaman niya, he has that knowledge, he's still playing hard.
Yeah, he's still giving it his all, you know. I mean, when you put out 27 and 15 and knowing that you're the third man in line, credit to you, you know, staying ready and competing hard.
Buksit, another try. Oh, Osang finds a way to create another opportunity for USD. Alaw. Buksit. Buksit throws it out to Alaw. A little bit short. Montebon will pick it up for Adamson. Chance for Adamson to take the lead with a basket here. Heading. Oh, Cruz Dumont lost control, and it's going to be USD ball.
That's a sloppy basketball that you don't want your team to play. You know, they was in control of the basketball. Maybe the ball was slippery, but at the same time, you have to be very decisive with that basketball. I don't know if they were trying to DHO that, fake DHO into a drive. So a little bit more decisiveness here for Adamson needed in the next few possessions.
A very brief rest for Ice Danting, who's back on the floor as Esteban drains the triple.
There's a lot of guys on USC that could do that, that plays the 4 or the 5 that could really stretch that floor out.
USD with 2 made triples already as a team. Inside attempt does not work for Sahili. Danting to Alaw. Calling for that Mike Mara screen. Quick release for Ice Danting.
Wow, I mean, what a shot from Ice Danting. They wanted it in the post to Mana because there's a mismatch off the switch, but Danting shot it, and that works for them too.
Growling Tigers on a run here. 7-point lead, their biggest of the game. And that's a good response for the Soaring Falcons with that 3 by Franzman.
Nice paint touch, kick out to Franzman in the corner. That's the basketball you like from Adamson. Get into the paint and kick out and create.
Alaw. 12 on the shot clock. Danting. Mara providing that fake screen. Danting. Wild shot. Somehow gets it to fall.
Oh my goodness, Ice Danting with a phenomenal shot. Wow.
Montebon. Bigger defender on him. That's Esteban Montebon creating some space.
He has that game. It looks like Jalen Brunson. He's slow to fast and he stomps on 2 feet and he fades away. Nice move from Matt Montebon.
Last year, si SGA yung ginagaya. Ngayon naman si Brunson na. Mas okay ata na si Brunson yung ginagaya.
Yes.
Hindi masyado mapapatrabaho yung mga referee.
I just got that right now.
Franzman, ay, oh yun. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Ganong klaseng tira. You know, that's just one man's perspective lang naman po.
Of course.
just my personal perspective. Justin can disagree with me here.
No, I definitely agree. You know, I like the Jalen Brunson type. You know, I think we get some more flashes of that old school pivot foot. You jump stop, nice little step throughs. But the SGA style, on the other hand, I'm gonna have 2-hour to 3-hour games doing that one.
It's a skill, though. I will say it's a skill. I mean, if you can find ways to ano ba tawag dito? It's not cheat we'll figure it out along the way. He found like a loophole in the game.
Yes, exactly. A new way to score some points. There we go.
Eding. Oh, extra step. Yun lang. Almost got that shot to fall, but it's going to be 2 free throws instead.
You know, Sahili is one of those players that doesn't need the ball necessarily to be able to affect the game. I think he creates ways for himself down low by just getting the extra board, just fighting for position. And he's not the biggest and the tallest guy as well on the floor. So he just knows how to work hard. He has that instinct to get after that basketball. He knows where it's going to land. He sees the defenders out of position, and he's going to sneak his way inside. And that's the players you kind of need on the 4 and the 5 position sometimes. Low maintenance players that don't need the ball, but he has to make his free throws here.
Second free throw is good for Sahili, so he gets on the board for Adamson. We are tied. A 9-2 run for the Soaring Falcons. Kanina, lamang 17-10 itong UST. Cañete throws it back out. Triple on the way. No go for De La Cruz. Adamson with a chance to take the lead. Eding nearly falling down. Eding gets it back. Montebon. Montebon creating space once again.
Wow, I love his game, his pace. He's not the quickest, he's not the fastest, but he knows how to deceive and create space in the mid-range.
Cañete recovers the basketball somehow, just could not finish at the rim. Here come the Soaring Falcons. Oh, Cruz Dumont picks the ball up, gets it to Montebon, who quickly asks for a screen. Montebon contra Cañete. Montebon trying to create some space. Short on that shot was Franzman, so USD with a chance for the last shot of the first quarter. Cañete. Cañete against Montebon. Cañete is fouled.
I like Cañete. I like Montebon's decision there to foul. They're not in foul trouble. And one thing that UST needs to be weary of here, I think all of the first quarter, the game plan on all screens is switching here for Adamson. So if that's the case, they should get some kind of mismatch going, try to get it there and attack it.
So Franzman pulled out here. UST trying to tie or take the lead bago matapos ang first quarter. Oh, De La Cruz gets it in the paint. Oh, ang ganda sana. That was a good spin fadeaway. Just off the mark on the shot. Adamson going on a run to end the first quarter. That's an 11-2 run for the Soaring Falcons. And that is why they are up here at the end of one in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5. You're watching our live coverage of the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5. All UAP matchup between UST and Adamson in the West Conference. Glad you could join us. Anton Rojas together with Justin Alfonso and Bianca Tagarda joining us as well at courtside. Justin, Adamson ended the first quarter on an 11-2 run. What happened to UST at nakapag-run ng ganon ng Soaring Falcons?
I think the Adamson Soaring Falcons just continue to stick to their system. You know, they kept executing even though they weren't getting the baskets they wanted. They kept going with it. They kept going through their plays. They're going from one end to the other. And on a defensive end, too, they're switching everything. And they're playing that position-less like basketball. And on the defensive end, everything is working for them.
And even though natapikan yung guardia, the ball ended up in the hands of Barcelona, who caught the ball in the paint. So now it's a 13-2 run. UST's got to find a way to stop the bleeding. There you go. Buksit with 7 markers now. Dalawa ang Cañete on the floor. Sila nagbabantayan ngayon. So it's Kenji Cañete and Kirk Cañete.
I wonder if they're related.
Maybe we can ask Bianca if they are related, the Cañetes.
K and K for the first names.
Oo nga eh, Kirk and Kenji.
Trying to see if they resemble each other. But can't really tell from over here.
Babad na babad. Etong si Kirk. Cañete gets it to Buksit. Back to Kirk. Cañete staying patient. Tanting, quick release.
Wow, I love his game. Ice Tanting being able to be ready for that shot. Usually you know him to be a slasher, he gets to the rim. But right now his role is catch and shoot. And he's been staying ready with those passes outside to him.
8 points for Tanting, including 2 triples, and he was fouled there by Precious Jonah.
You know, nice leak out there for UST. I think that's what lacked in that end of that first quarter is UST beginning to run. You know, now they're leaking out. Anytime there's a miss or a long rebound, someone from the top is already leaking out. The guards heads up play, and they're able to get some kind of advantage on the fast break.
Cañete. Cañete steps on the brakes. Ooh! Referees say he traveled.
That would have been a nice move though for Kenji or Kirk Cañete. You know, being able to go downhill, then stop, pivot, spin back. He had a lot of space there to be able to hit a shot, but referee saw otherwise, probably picked up that pivot foot.
Mangaron gets it to Sahili. Cañete being defended by Alao. Oh! So, back-to-back Cañete. Traveling violation calls.
What a coincidence for both of them to travel right after the other. But, you know, I think the second Cañete travel there, I think that was cause of indecisiveness right there. He didn't know if he was going to pass it down low or going to go to the opposite side. So, again, indecisiveness causing turnovers for Adamson.
Another triple on the way for USD. Not that time. Oh! Osang hits the deck along with Mangaron.
You know, Lance Mangaron, credit to him fighting for position against Peter Osang. You look at Lance Mangaron, maybe just 5'10", 5'9", and he's up against the foreign student athlete of the Growling Tigers. So great toughness and effort there from Lance Mangaron.
24-23 in favor of UST Alao. Cañete, back to Alao. Alao to Osang. Oh, the pass was too low for Peter. Sahili to Mangaron. Mangaron, binitin. Osang. Oh! And Osang is frustrated right now.
You know, Peter Osang, he's not afraid to get onto the floor for those basketballs. And that's what you like about Peter Osang, like we talked about earlier. He plays so hard, and he's willing to sacrifice his body. And, you know, that's the kind of effort you want to see from your foreign student athletes, being to be able to lead the way and set the tone, like, hey, guys, we're going to dive for loose balls. We're going to dive on the floor. We're going to sacrifice our bodies for extra possessions. And great to see Peter Osang play this way.
Noah Pacquiao checks in for Adamson, and Brian Teng checks in for UST. Triple does not fall. Osang with the offensive rebound. Alao. De La Cruz, pinasa dito sa kanto. Alao from way out. Osang could not hold on to the ball. Torres. Torres. Difficult shot. Couldn't get it to fall, and Osang clearly held on to the body of Noah Pacquiao. All right, at this point, let's get a courtside update from Bianca Tagarda.
Yes, Anton and Justin, nabanggit nyo nga, ang kakapasok lang na si Brian Teng, one of UST's youngest players, was recruited by Coach Japs Kuan from St. Peter the Apostles School. According to Brian, it doesn't matter kung gaano katangkad o kalaki ang kanyang mga kalaban ng court dahil basketball IQ naman daw ang kanyang weapon. And as per him, sanay na raw siyang makipaglaro with taller and older players dahil basketball ang favorite activity ng kanyang pamilya. Now for this game, Brian is always ready when called to play. And let's see kung makaka-create ba siya ng impact for this play-ins. Anton and Justin?
The last Teng I remember to wear a UST uniform was, of course, Jerick Teng, former King Tiger, pero ang tagal na nun.
Those are big shoes to fill if you're a Teng wearing a UST jersey.
Those were some great years in the UAAP when you had both Jerick and Jeron Teng going up against each other in the UAAP finals. Alao. Oh. Osang. Oh! You can see gigil na gigil itong si Peter Osang Coming off that 27-point outing, he wants to duplicate that performance.
And if you can duplicate that performance against an Adamson squad who has really tight defensive schemes, especially against their foreign student athletes, that continues to grow your pitch to continue to be in line for that foreign student athlete spot. You know, Peter Osang, when you see his motor, that's one of the things too that you look for in foreign student athletes is their motor. Can they really go at a high level for long periods of time and have that quality level of play? And I think Peter Osang, you can see his motor. He goes. Every possession he goes, he's trying to go after that ball. So let's see here how he can continue to develop into this game.
Peter Osang will take a breather as Mike Mara returns to the floor for UST. Cross-court pass, Pacquiao for three! Noah Pacquiao!
That's his spot. He always loves that corner triple, so something USC needs to be aware of here moving forward.
The Cebuano Australian, Noah Pacquiao. Teng passing it to the corner. Spin move. Difficult shot by Despi. Unable to get it to fall. Erlon to Pacquiao. Pacquiao is feeling it. Heat check for Noah. Yun talaga laro ni Noah, no? He likes those catch and shoot threes. He likes to run the floor at pumwesto na beyond the arc.
Yeah, he's a spot-up shooter. He always runs to the deep corners every time. And I think that's one of Coach Nash Rasela's first options on his offensive style. Early action, they push the ball, they have a shooter at the corner. If they can get it to him, they're going to swing it back, then they're going to run their offense to the opposite side. So if Noah Pacquiao can really hit those shots early, it's going to force this defense of UST to really shift their focus onto that corner side where Noah Pacquiao is usually camped at. And that's going to give nice opportunities on the swing side of the Adamson offense to create opportunities because the defense isn't there yet.
Tied at 26. Montebon throws the ball out. Pacquiao. Difficult shot by Franzman. And what a box out right there by Lawrence de la Cruz. And the steal here by Adamson. Franzman is running. Franzman throws it out. Montebon. Montebon swings it. Franzman. Ball goes inside. Sayang.
That's good action there coming from Adamson. Montebon using the screen, goes middle. Franzman lifts up. The screener from Montebon dives. Great action coming from Adamson. You see Coach Nash Rasela saying good pass to AJ Franzman. And that's the kind of basketball you like. You know, you move the defense. You keep them on their toes. You don't keep them set. So a nice action coming from Adamson.
First free throw is good for Zahir Sahili. And Cruz Dumont about to check in for Sahili. Should he make this free throw? Yes, he does. Balikan lamang sa Adamson University. 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in the first half. Buksit. Gets it to Danting. Bola na kay Cañete. Cañete. Danting. Gets it to Michael Mara. Michael Mara is fouled.
As soon as Mara spun baseline, met again with two Adamson defenders, but he was able to still force it up and draw that foul. So good aggressiveness coming from Mike Mara, even though that Peter Osang is not in the game.
So Michael Mara has a chance to get on the board in terms of points by the free throw line. And he does.
Mike Mara, also another interesting prospect here for UST. They like the prototypes of Mike Mara and also Jacob, where they could stretch the floor out as big men. You know, Mike Mara can be outside and do a pick and pop. Same thing with Jacob. So I see the kind of prototype basketball that they're trying to have here at UST.
Mara splitting his charities. Balik ang bola dito sa Adamson. Tanting. Slamming the pathway shut for Eding. Fransman misfired. Cruz Dumont gets the offensive rebound. Montebon back to Pacquiao. Pacquiao for three. And Fransman with another offensive rebound. Montebon hops inside. Montebon absorbing the contact. Just a little bit too strong off the glass. Cañete spins. Cañete. Oh.
Wow, great scramble defense coming from Adamson there. Matthew Montebon coming over to help while Kirk Cañete's head was down trying to recover the basketball. That's just how you scramble on the defensive end. When you see players not in control, head is down, you want to go over there and try to double. And great recognition there from Matthew Montebon.
Eding will bring the ball down for Adamson. Fransman. Fransman from the elbow.
That's a good spot for AJ Fransman. Nice recognition. The defense didn't really press up on him and check him. He goes to the elbow. It's a high percentage shot. A great recognition, a great read there from AJ Fransman.
And AJ Fransman has 8 points to lead all Soaring Falcons in scoring. The Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5 continues as Adamson leads UST by 3 as we approach the last 2 minutes of the first half.
I like that defense out of the timeout from Coach Nash Racela, forcing them sideline, then a double coming in, trying to trap in by that sideline out of bounds. So great scramble defense right away outside of a timeout.
Tanting will throw the ball in play. Alaw pops out. Montebon is on him. Alaw. Play of UST taking some time to unfold. Esteban putting up a long ball. Montebon. Ball up top to Eding. Eding. Downhill drive.
Great drive there from Eding. Just couldn't get that pass to go. But, you know, on the defensive end for Adamson, they are sticking to switching every screen here. And let's see if that's going to continue to pay off for them.
And Coach Nash Racela wants to talk things over. Adamson up by 3, 30 to 27. Ayan po ang kampo ni Coach Nash Racela. Adamson University. Soaring Falcons. At the moment, leading the UST Growling Tigers 30-27 with 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in the first half.
You could definitely see the defensive systems of both teams showing into effect here and how much they're taking time here, but UST with a quick steal.
Oh my, that's coming off a timeout. Franzman with a rejection. Osang could not save it. Oh, and the pass was too far ahead. That is not what the doctor wanted.
That's 2 straight turnovers out of a timeout here for Adamson. That's not how you want to execute out of timeouts.
Alaw. Double team comes. And Alaw is fouled.
You know, Ala was already going to no man's land there. He was going to be trapped in that corner with 2 Adamson defenders creeping up on him. And for Adamson to bump Ala and cause a foul, that's not the foul you want, especially that you're in the penalty. Just a bad decision there on the defensive end for the Soaring Falcons.
Coach Nash Rosella shuffling his cards here. Faster lineup on the floor now for the Soaring Falcons.
We're really starting to see here in college basketball in the Philippines this kind of small ball. You have a stretch 4 as your 5, and you have a wing player as your 4, and you play fast type basketball, scramble basketball. So let's see here if this will work for the Adamson Soaring Falcons to end this half.
Eding. Dangerous pass. Sahili throws it out. Monty Montemon can't finish. Still a 2-point lead for Adamson though. Oh, Montemon almost coming up with a steal. At ang masama dito, yun na nga, nasa penalty ang Adamson.
Wow, that's a tough call there. But next play mentality here, you know. Ask the ref why he called it. And next play mentality, you're up by 2. There's still 1:18 in the second quarter. You want to end this half on a high note. That's just how the way goes. Interesting turn of events here, you know. Coach Nash Lasala just having that conversation with our officials. Sometimes, you know, calls can really be frustrating, but just gotta keep playing, gotta move on. I'm sure Coach Nash Lasala knows how to deal with things not going their way. So, but you see the score. It's a low scoring affair. I mean, 30 apiece, 60 points combined in the first 2 quarters here for both of the squads. So let's see how things can turn around offensively.
Oh, Adamson just going too fast for their own good. Another turnover. And now it is Coach Japs Kuan's turn to call a timeout. His team down by 1. Hey, I am seeing some, how do I say this? Interested spectators and some characters that for sure we will see down the road dito sa Pinoyliga Cup. Amiel Asido and of course yung bagong recruit ng UST na si Landon Humawan. Had a debut a couple weeks back, July 4, 21 points, 9 rebounds in 29 minutes after arriving from the US in less than a week.
Wow.
Sinabak agad.
And perfect yung debut niya, you know, being a Division I player in the US and then coming to play here in the UAAP or in the Pinoyliga as well, and making that kind of debut shows what kind of high caliber player he is.
Yeah, that bank shot from the left wing to win the game. Finaul pa siya.
Yeah.
I think the biggest challenge for him that day was the heat.
Oh, for sure. Even earlier, I saw him walk in here. Ginagamit niya yung cup niya ng pamaypay. Inihitan siya, tas naka-shorts and t-shirt lang siya.
Alam mo, pagtagal mag-i-invest na rin yan sa, anong tawag doon? Yung si
Jisoo
Kiko.
Life.
Si Kiko Malikdem, meron nun eh.
The Bluetooth fan, yeah. The Jisoo Life, I think. Kailangan na niya. I'm sure meron naman mag-sponsor sa kanya ng isang Jisoo Life dyan.
Yeah, he was huffing and puffing that day, but they got the W.
I got the job done.
Yeah.
I remember the song he picked for his video on social media was this Hawaiian song, you know, giving credit already to where he comes from, and nice to see him here in another kind of islands here in the Philippines and playing for his home country.
UST takes the lead here, 31-30. Erolon passes it to Torres. Ball is loose. Franzman picks it up. Pass to the corner. 6 on the shot clock.
Let's see what kind of inbound play Adamson will use here. Usually they have some late second plays that they can already call and just run in situations like this.
Coach Nash Rosella sending in Monty Montebon as the Soaring Falcons hope to take the last shot here in the second quarter. Erolon. Oh, another turnover for the Soaring Falcons.
That's a tough break there for Adamson. They had the chance to get another shot, maybe get the lead here to end this quarter, but a tough break, swinging it to the left side. Let's see if they can just get a stop to end this half.
Sinabi mo nga, this is the post-Cedric Manzano era. Manzano averaged 11.7 points per game in the UAAP for Adamson. That was their best scorer, so they're still trying to find that guy to step up. Cañete from way out. And that will do it for the first half. The University of Santo Tomas Growling Tigers going on a run, and they lead Adamson University 31-30 here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5.
Hi po, ako nga po pala si Mark Laren. I'm Brian Topacio.
You're back with us from inside the ENDERUN College's gym in Taguig as UST battles Adamson in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5. And Ton Rojas together here with Justin Alfonso. Justin, ano napapansin mo dito in terms of our stats?
First thing that comes in to screen here is the turnovers. You know, it's practically half, you know, that the UST did not give up to Adamson. But Adamson here with 12 turnovers in the first half. And for them to be only down by 1 is a blessing. So I think Adamson here needs to take care of the basketball in the second half. Another thing too, you could tell that Adamson isn't that aggressive getting into the paint and drawing fouls. They've only made 5 trips to the free throw line in that first half. And UST, on the other hand, made 12 trips to the free throw line. So that's something that Adamson can take a look at, is that are we being aggressive enough getting to the paint and creating opportunities at the free throw line, and of course taking care of that basketball. They need to be more, you could say, efficient with that rock. Try to be more aggressive at the same time without turning that ball over.
Both these teams in the process of rediscovering themselves with key players departing from their roster. Nick Cabanyero and Fortsky Padrigao sa UST. Cedric Manzano naman sa Adamson. Big shoes to fill. Kaya every game, iba't ibang mga pangalan ng lumilitaw at bumibida para sa kanilang mga kupunan.
You know, it's perfect time for some of these younger guys to step up to the plate. You know, there's some shoes to be filled, like we said. And, you know, if you're an athlete, you're a student athlete, these are the challenges that you live up to. These are the challenges you work your tails off for in the offseason, is to get that spot, to get more trust from your coaches, to get more responsibility, because that's all you want at the end of the day. More responsibility, more trust, more opportunities for you to show what you have and what talent that you've been trying to develop all these years.
If I were to choose one player that I would say has the potential to be a go-to guy or somebody who can put up the numbers, I'll start with UST's Ice Danting. Yeah, he's had some games here na talagang gumawa ng masigit pa sa 20 points, and the confidence, he's oozing with confidence as well.
Yeah, he has the X factor. He has that it factor as a player. You know, he's athletic. He has that build. He's strong. And when you look at him, you know, he's a stockier guy, but he doesn't jump or run like a stockier guy. This dude can go. He has that fast first step. He has that bounce to his step as well. And you add in the skill that he has. He can shoot from the outside. He has really good range too. He could shoot from the NBA range, and he could drive and slash as well. And he has the jumping and leaping ability to be able to finish at the rim against foreign student athletes. So Ice Danting, there's a lot to be excited about if you're a UST fan.
In the UAP, he was only averaging 2.7 points per game, and you can bet that those numbers are going to go up sa darating na UAP season. Meanwhile, drive does not work there for Anabo. Here comes the aforementioned Danting. Cañete to Osang. Osang forcing his way to the basket.
You like Osang's aggressiveness here to start this second half. He got it at the high post. He decides to attack right away, draw that foul. And like we see here, only 61 points combined in that first half for both of these teams. So let's see if anyone can get some kind of offensive momentum going into this third quarter.
Mara. Wild shot. So that's back-to-back wild shots from the bigs of UST. Montebon. Barcelona. Back to Montebon. Sahili. Mara with the board. And a counter steal here by Adamson. Montebon. Anabo. Can't find an open look. Oh, shovel pass. Osang with a rejection. Anabo from the corner.
Wow, an emergency shot turning well here for Adamson. They couldn't find anything. The defense of USD was sticking, but at the last second, there's a Hail Mary.
That was like 23 seconds of good defense until that shot was found. Danting, susubok mula sa labas, malakas. At babalik ang bola sa Adamson.
Nice little action there from USD. Horn set into a motion-like offense where Ice Danting lifts up while the guy in front of him will cut and go to the opposite side, and then a DHO. So a nice little action there, but just couldn't get the bucket to go.
Eding, spin move. Sahili, Montebon. Montebon, back to Sahili. Sahili to Montebon from the corner.
Wow, I mean, if I was Adamson, I'd try to shoot from that corner until they miss. That's back-to-back threes from that corner. And let's see if they could keep going to those actions where they could free up that corner for a nice three-point shot.
That's 6 threes already as a team for Adamson. Osang, oh, that pass was way off the mark. Anabo takes off and scores.
I like the aggressiveness there by Eman Anabo, going up with 2 hands first. Then, once the defender flew by, he went up with 1 hand to protect that basketball.
This is an 8-0 start to the period for Adamson University. Ball ends up in the corner. Montebon with a rebound. They go inside to Barcelona, and that's going to be goaltending.
Great recognition there from Adamson, seeing that Barcelona was rim running. They were able to get it down low. He was way ahead of the pack. And that's how you run as a 4-man and a 5-man. You want a rim run. You want to go from one rim to the other and get opportunities that way.
Malinaw na malinaw. Tumama muna sa board yung bola before Osang got his hand on it. A 10-0 start. The Falcons are soaring here in the third. Triple on the way. UST stops the bleeding.
And then right there, Coach Nastrasilla was not happy. Sahili not being able to rotate fast enough on the flight of the ball.
Much needed basket for UST. Sorry, missed there at the rim for Eding. Esteban steps on the brakes. Danting. Malakas. Soaring Falcons running. Eding to Montebon for 3.
Nice kick out from Eding right there. Going to the middle on that drive. Montebon on the right side flaring. Nice pass, nice shot for Adamson.
Biggest lead of the game now for Adamson University after that triple by Montebon. And Danting scores as we go quickly now to Bianca Tagarda.
Anton and Justin, this game is no doubt a low-scoring one and a close one, which is why parehong koponan na ito ay busy in plotting their game plans, at during halftime nga I luckily managed to talk to Peter Osang of the UST Growling Tigers at kinamusta ko siya kung ano ba yung nararamdaman niya for today, as he seemed a bit hyped and too much motivated considering his performance and energy in the past quarters. Sabi nga ni Peter, I just love to be here. It doesn't matter how many minutes I got, I'm all out for the ball. At bukod pa nga dyan, binilinan din siya ni Coach Japs to be the big man that his team needs today, especially for the second half, as he's the only FSA present. And for him, that opportunity is not to be wasted. Anton and Justin?
Well, he is definitely playing with a lot of energy and effort, but the hot hand for UST belongs to Charles Esteban. Back-to-back threes, Justin.
Yeah, I like that play coming from Alo, being able to kick out to Esteban there. And oh my goodness, on the outstretched hands, Montebon, pure confidence with a hand in his face.
3 threes for Montebon here in quarter number 3. He's got 13 points.
You know, we were talking about pregame, who can be a guy for Adamson that can create. I think Montebon can be that guy, like we said earlier. He has that game, he has that. We saw like a Jalen Brunson type of move early in the first, and then now he's shooting in front of outstretched hands of big men of UST. So he has a lot of game to him, and let's see if he can continue to play this way throughout Season 5 here at Pinoyliga.
Montebon being given a breather at the moment. And Esteban hits the deck here, along with Torres, away from the ball.
You know, Charles Esteban, too, is a very interesting prospect for USD. He's a prototypical stretch four. You know, he has length, he has size, he could shoot the outside ball. He's a good read off pick and roll plays, like that one right there. He sets a screen for Alau. He tries to seal down low, knowing that there's a mismatch. Good instincts there from Esteban.
Alau looking for a teammate. Gets it to Esteban. Esteban. Fadeaway is good.
Wow, nice pivot move down low there from Charles. Goes one way, goes the other, then fades away over the outstretched hands of Jonah Precious.
First player, or rather second player from the USD side to break into double digits. The other is Danting, who has 10 as of the moment.
A lot of interesting prospects here for USD. You know, I think Ice Danting and Charles Esteban, those two guys have a lot of skill that could really translate into a lot of really tight games for their upcoming season in the UAAP.
Erolon pulls up. Shot is short. Ball is with Alau. Alau getting it to Esteban. Esteban rejected by Franzman. Mont. Erolon. Erolon. Erolon passing it to Franzman. Franzman stretches for that lay. Bitin lang. Torres. Erolon trying to get it to Franzman, but pass was deflected by Buksit.
That pass by Erolon, it was too slow, and there was USD players right in the passing lane. It was kind of just a rainbow pass. You know, they were wondering why they couldn't just get that ball back to Erolon, where he was able to beat a defender when they tried to reach. So let's see here what they could do from the sideline out of bounds.
Erolon. Torres. Back to Erolon. Franzman from way, way out.
Wow, what a shot from AJ Franzman. Great recognition by Erolon, seeing that the defense was hugging to the right side of the court.
Balik sa walo ang lamang ng Adamson. Alau. Esteban. Wild shot does not fall, and that's a foul as Cruz Dumont went up for that rebound.
And great defense there coming from Adamson, the two top guards in that defensive play. It was two attacks in the middle from USD, left side, right side, but they were able to close that door every single time. And that's just how you want to play defense. You want to be able to react and know what the offense will do before they can even do it. And that was a great job by the two top guards of Adamson being able to close that gap each time to the middle.
Ayun, malinaw, natamaan sa mukha. Itong si Dumont. Franzman, oh! Traveling.
You know, right there, AJ Franzman attacked early, but dragged that pivot foot. So let's see here how Adamson can get a stop. They have an 8-point lead.
Cañete. Osang. And Osang will head to the line for two. Precious Jonah couldn't believe it.
You know, Precious Jonah didn't really see as much action in that second quarter. So let's see here if they can continue to draw fouls on him and maybe get him in foul trouble here.
And Jonah Precious will return to the bench after that foul. Peter Osang. Yeah, his kryptonite has been his free throw shooting. Just 6 points today for Peter Osang. Make that 7 after he split his charities. 49-42 in favor of ADU. Triple on the way. Too strong. Growling Tigers trying to speed things up. De La Cruz to Danting. Danting driving baseline. Nice Danting!
Oh my goodness, what a move from Danting, being able to hang in the air, adjust through the defense and finish.
That's a star player move right there. Torres. Bounce pass. 3 on the shot clock. Just a simple shot over the smaller defender by Eman Anabo.
Great move by Anabo, knowing that he had the mismatch. All he needed was one dribble, bump into the chest of Cañete, got the space, rises up, and hit that shot.
10 points in the game for Anabo. Cañete. Cañete spins. Cañete flips it up. Somehow, on the second try, he is able to convert.
Yeah, nice hustle there from Cañete, but you don't want that if you're Adamson. The guy that shot the ball gets his own rebound and he's the smallest guy on the floor. Not a good sign.
Cruz Dumont throws it out to Anabo. No foul called. And the Adamson bench could not believe it. Cañete. Cañete gets it to Esteban. They go down low to Osang. Osang out to Cañete. Danting from the corner. Can't get that shot to fall. And that will do it for the third period. The Adamson University Soaring Falcons with a 21-point period. And they lead the University of Santo Tomas, who only managed 15 points in that quarter. 51-46 heading into quarter number 4. Let's take a look at this long-range shot brought to us by LGR. AJ Fransman from Steph Curry / Jimmy Alapag territory.
Yes, sir. That is definitely Jimmy Alapag FIBA World Cup 2013 range right there.
Because Jimmy Alapag, of course, recently coming back to the Philippines to become the new head coach of the NLEX Road Warriors in the PBA. Oh, Peter Osang with a putback. What a time for him to come alive.
A great start to the quarter here for the University of Santo Tomas Growling Tigers. That's what you like to see. You know, a nice shot from Ice Danting. And then Peter Osang staying active, getting after that miss. You know, that gives confidence to your shooters, knowing that you can get offensive boards after missed shots because it'll allow your outside perimeter shooters to keep shooting.
In and out on that free throw attempt. Osang unable to complete the three-point play opportunity. Montebon throws it out. Cross-court pass. Anabo free from the baseline.
Nice shot there from Anabo. One dribble step into the mid-range, a high percentage shot. That's what you like to see from Adamson here in the fourth quarter.
12 puntos na para dito kay Eman Anabo. Alaw, wild shot. And the referee says the ball will stay with UST.
I like Anabo's read there, or Alau's read right there. You know, no one really checked him after that screen. He kept going. His defender was at his hip. He kept going. Allowed Osang to really just follow that shot. He was able to get an offensive tip there, get that possession back. So let's see here what UST will run. But you like those reads from UST. If no one's stopping you, just keep going to the rim.
$53 for Adamson, 48 for UST. Alaw gets it to Danting. Buksit lost the basketball. Montebon gets it to Cruz Dumont. Dangerous pass. Anabo throws it out to Eding. Eding moves closer. Oh! Just a little bit short, but it had a good line. Alaw. Mara. Almost a steal there. Alaw. Inside to Mara, picked up by Osang.
That's great defense coming from Adamson right there. Through a couple of set plays there from UST, nothing was really going. But Adamson didn't risk reaching. They didn't risk trying to go after the ball. They just stayed home. No switching, staying home, not trying to gamble for any kind of passing lane steal. And they were able to get that stop. UST on the other hand on the offensive end, nothing was sticking. You know, they were able to start a horn set into an entry post. Nothing was there for Mara. They kick it out, almost a steal from Adamson. So sloppy offensive set there from UST.
Cruz Dumont passing it to the corner. Triple attempt by Torres was short. Cañete. Whistle was blown here. So it's a foul. That's the third team foul. Foul is on Eding. De La Cruz. De La Cruz throws it out. Cañete. USD can't buy a basket. Cruz Dumont. And Cruz Dumont able to draw a foul. That's going to be 2 free throws.
We like the read from Cruz Dumont there, seeing that the UST squad was not set on defense yet. They were still jogging back. They were still on their heels. And right when he saw that, he decides to attack, takes one move, gets to the rim, draws the foul. That's the kind of basketball you'd like to see from Cruz Dumont.
Oh, Adamson has got to convert on these free throws if they want to secure this victory. Oh, that's 2 missed free throws by Cruz Dumont. The first time these two teams met in the Collegiate Cup this season, UST won 69-62. So Adamson gustong makabawi ngayon. Danting, no go. Cruz Dumont with the board. Montebon to Cruz Dumont. Triple on the way in and out, and Esteban. He's got a lengthy wingspan.
You know, you like the last 2 sets from both teams. in the last 2 possessions offensively, because what we saw there, both teams were able to get to the paint and kick out outside. It's an inside-out game. First, it would start off with some kind of pick-and-roll action on one side of the court. They would swing it, and then they would attack, and then they would swing it out to the opposite side. That's good basketball coming from both teams.
In the meantime, let's get an update with Bianca Tagarda from courtside.
Yes, Anton and Justin, as the game approaches to the final buzzer, may dalawang mensahe lang naman daw si Coach Nash Tracella to his players during the huddle before coming into the fourth. Una ay para sa mga gwardya, do not rely on the big guys. At pangalawa naman ay para sa mga big guys, have some discipline and do not take what's not meant to be yours. Ayan daw kasi ang nagiging cause ng mishaps nila in the third. Now coming into the fourth, what do both, or halfway in the fourth rather, what do both of these teams need to seal off this game with a W? Anton and Justin?
They need to make shots, that's one. And they need to convert on their free throws as well. Franzman, 14 points in the game. That's 2 triples already in the second half for AJ. UST nahihirapan makahanap ng mga field goals dito. Ayun, oh. That's 2 opportunities that are very makeable shots.
Yeah, very makeable shots for UST. And one thing though, that the difference between Adamson and UST when they're attacking, trying to get inside, it's kind of forced. In that last possession, Esteban was able to attack, but he worked so hard to try and get down in the paint there. But on the contrary, Adamson in that previous possession, in that AJ Franzman 3, it was 2 paint touches before AJ was able to get that shot. AJ was first to get to the paint. He kicks out left side. And then as soon as he kicks out left side, they sweep and go middle again. And AJ flares out to the right side where he came from. And it's not forced penetration. But here for UST, there's really nothing going where it's an efficient attack to create for someone else. It's more of just like, I can't get through, so I'll give it to you. You try to get through. So let's see if they could be a little bit better on the offensive end here.
Peter Osang had to run back to the UST bench to get some hydration. Ganon. Ganon ka-intense itong laban na to na a guy like Peter Osang had to go back to get some water.
He took a quick break too on the floor here during those free throws.
So, humiga.
Humiga pa siya.
UST down by 6. Erolon gets the ball back. Libre si Franzman. Oh, that would have been huge. Precious Jonah, another possession for Adamson. Franzman, no go. And Osang with the box out.
A good 2 looks there for Adamson. Both rhythm jumpers for Franzman, but just couldn't get it to go.
Cañete. Esteban. Franzman with the board. Erolon. Torres. Erolon, quick trigger. And Esteban comes up with another rebound. He's been all over the place.
Yeah, offense, defense, he's really creating here for UST.
Alaw. Alaw to Cañete. And Cañete draws a foul.
There you go. Cañete was able to draw that foul, driving it right away as soon as he got that basketball. And one thing USC can try to see here moving forward is they're only switching. Adamson is only switching when it's 1 through 4, but when it's the big man, they're not switching. They're kind of just showing a little bit and then going back to the big man. So that's something that they could try to exploit here and try to attack that big man, because as soon as the show is done, they could continue to attack instead of trying to pass it out. So let's see if they could do that here moving forward in the fourth quarter.
Montebon trying to get in the head of Cañete. Kanina, tinulak pa ni Cañete si Montebon kasi may binubulong sa kanya. That's the psychological warfare that the players engage into during tight games like this.
We'd love it. We'd love to see it. He's wearing Kobe's. Of course he's doing that.
Anabo from the corner. And now it's Adamson having trouble finding the bottom of the net. Montebon. Anabo, basic.
I like that from Eman Anabo. Montebon creating that kind of floated side, gives it to the left side corner, and they were able to get an efficient shot with a teardrop.
14 points for Anabo. Cañete. Another wild shot. Osang. Ooh! And fatigue could be setting in. That's usually an easy basket for Peter Osang. Montebon. Nabitawan ang bola. Tanting. Tanting goes to his strong hand.
Wow, what a move. It was a nice ball fake on the right hop, and then on the left hop, he went up with that shot. So nice mistiming there from Ice Tanting.
Lead is down to 4. Montebon. Anabo. Franzman. Franzman from way out. Short. Anabo tracks down the loose ball. Another possession for Adamson. Montebon. No look pass. Jonah will head to the line for 2.
Nice pass there from Montebon, but a couple of plays ago, he had a perfect opportunity to get it down to Jonah, because he was able to put his defender in jail, but in this possession area, he was able to get it down there.
And here's your extreme defensive play brought to you by Extremely Sweets. So imbis na easy 2, fin-out na lang itong si Precious Jonah. And Jonah sinks the first.
You know, Jonah did not really see any action in that second quarter. And now he's here in the late game trying to ice this game for their squad. So I'm sure they're going to look to put him in more action to get him the ball down low and create opportunities for his squad.
5-point lead for the Soaring Falcons as we are going deeper and deeper into this contest.
Wow, what a costly turnover there for UST. I mean, that's not the kind of turnover you want, especially in a tight game like this.
Coach Nash Rosella calls a timeout with 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in regulation. Here's the matchup, Precious Jonah and Peter Osang. Last line of defense for both Adamson and UST. We are going down to the wire, folks. Torres misfires. Osang taps it to a teammate. Important possession here for the Growling Tigers. What will they do? Cañete. Cañete, stop and go!
Oh my goodness, what a crafty finish, knowing that his defender was behind him. Uses the rim as protection to be able to finish on the opposite side.
A gutsy play by the smallest man on the floor, Kirk Cañete. Under 2 minutes to play now. Montebon from way out. And it is still Adamson basketball. Soaring Falcons protecting a 3-point lead. Montebon. Oh!
Yeah, that's not
Montebon looking for a foul, Justin.
that's not the mistake you want to make there. He had a much taller defender up against him, and he was trying to back him in the mid-post. So that's not the best decision right there in that situation.
Parang naipit yung bola eh. Ang gandang galaw sana. And just lost control of the ball. And now USD with a chance to cut the lead or tie with a 3. A minute and 37 left.
It's going to be a crucial possession here for both teams. USD on the offensive side. Crucial they get a basket, stay close. And for Adamson, if they're going to keep this lead, you know, they gotta get a stop here. This is going to be a crucial possession for both squads. It can determine the rest of this ball game. So let's see here how both teams will execute on both ends of the floor.
So you've got Cañete, Danting, Buksit, Esteban, and Osang on the floor for USD. Here we go. Cañete to Esteban. Esteban will try. No go. Osang gives USD another possession. Cañete, they're swinging for the fences here. Talking about the Growling Tigers, they're hunting for that 3. Basta libre, titira. Oh! Oh, wait a minute. A foul was called, but was there a goaltend as well?
Oh my goodness. This is going to be a big call here. And they're going to review it. I mean, that ball was pretty high up there. Jonah Precious was able to get it. Then there's a foul too. So huge review here for the officials.
What a turn of events. But kanina, ang tanong natin, sino ang bibida, sino ang willing mag-step up? Kirk Cañete showing us some fearlessness in his game.
Yeah, Kirk Cañete, smallest man on the court with the biggest heart. He was able to get the lead within 3 here for UST. And then shooting for a 3-pointer too in that last possession. But with the officials' call, this is going to be 2 free throws, no goaltending here in that call.
Adamson dodging a bullet right there. Pero mahaba pa to. A minute and 10 to go. Kirk Cañete at the line today. Cañete with 11 points. Playing a ton of minutes for Coach Japs Kuan. Good on the first.
Big free throw here for Kirk Cañete. Let's see if he can convert this one.
He's made 6 free throws today. Make that 7. And the lead is down to 1.
Nice sub here for Coach Nash Nacella. AJ Franzman having a better offensive day here for Adamson. Another weapon to go down here with this possession.
Here we go. Saturday night hoops at ENDERUN. Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5. USD and Adamson going down to the wire. Erolon with a silencer.
Oh my goodness, the pure confidence to take that shot one side to the other. They were spaced out in such a good area. I mean, he was almost to the left side corner. They were able to get that shot up. Look at that. The spacing was absolutely beautiful. It goes one side to the other. Osang needed to space over and try to help, but they were able to swing it across right away. Look at that. Osang almost at the split line. And Rolon gets it, and he was able to hit that shot.
And you know what's crazy? That was his first basket of the game.
Wow. What a timely shot. Kumpiyansa. First shot of the game, or first basket of the game, comes at this time. Clutch shot there from Erolon.
And 11th triple as a team for Adamson. In comparison, UST has only made 6 threes. Shout out to everybody here. May isa pa tayong laro, juniors. Pero kumakapal yung crowd dito sa ENDERUN. Shout out to all of our sponsors, Extremely Sweets, LGR, Kickstart, Coffee, Buffalo's Wings and Things, and Demons, Yokohama Tires. UST has the score in this possession. But what a big-time shot by Erolon. Buksit. Buksit. Dangerous pass to Cañete, who throws it back to Buksit. He loses it. He loses it. And Franzman, or rather, Anabo dives for the ball. Sahili. Adamson will milk the clock here. Eding. And that's going to be goaltending.
You like the trust of the coaching staff with Eding there. They were clearing him out for a 1-4. You take control of the basketball, you make something happen, and he definitely did. That's the kind of trust you'd like to see from your coaching staff.
So they're going to review this play, but it looked like a goaltend. If they do end up calling it a goaltend, the odds of Adamson winning this game just went up.
They definitely called it a goaltending here, and you know, you love the coaching staff with Adamson giving that pure confidence to their players. Be like, okay, you guys are going to make the decisions here. We're not going to call a timeout. We're not going to draw anything up. Let's play this out. You guys make the decision. And that's a good moment here for the Soaring Falcons.
Let's take a look at it one more time. Look at the flight of that ball. Oh, pababa na. Buksit. Buksit. Oh, big time basket. A step back 3. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's not over yet. This is only a 1-possession game. That's a big shot from Buksit. And let's see here. Adamson just needs to inbound the basketball. USD's only at 2 fouls here, so they could really run this clock out if Adamson can stay away from USD defenders.
Ball is with Franzman. And they go for the foul.
Still got a foul twice here for them to be at the free throw line.
Coach Nash Rosella sends in Monty Montebon to prevent a potential Haka Precious.
There's another Haka term I like, but he's not playing today, so we don't need to say it.
Erolon is fouled, so may isa pa.
I just like how, you know, Adamson stayed composed all throughout this game. Now they have 13 seconds left to do that. So let's see if they can, you know, continue to just stay composed here, draw that foul, and just hit some free throws here moving forward.
And the bad news for USD is the name of the guy they fouled is Ray Allen Torres.
And Ray Allen living up to the name, you know, one of the shooters here for Adamson. And big, crucial 2 free throws here for Torres to try and ice this game out.
Oh, ayan ha, para sa mga USD fans, pinuri ko. Tignan natin. Ray Allen talaga. Ray Allen talaga. Two-possession game here for Adamson, on the verge of exacting revenge against USD and ending their 4-game winning streak. Pinag-usapan natin, Justin, Adamson in search for consistency. Hindi pa sila nakakapag back-to-back wins. They could be seconds away from that right now.
And what you like about these last two wins, if they win this game, both of them were in the clutch time. It was very crucial possessions down the stretch. So for them to be able to keep and learn from these last two games that really came down the wire, this is going to help this team grow. And hopefully they can continue to grow upon what they have achieved here in the last two games if they get this dub.
Yun din yung maganda sa isang team na walang clear-cut scorer. You don't know where the ball's gonna end up. And in this particular game, Erolon, na hindi pa nakaka-score, the ball ends up in his hands and he drains the most important shot of the game.
It just shows, you know, that it takes a team to win. It doesn't really take one person. Yes, it's nice to have a superstar. It's nice to have a Cedric Manzano on your squad. But if you can continue to win as a group and you see other players step up in different games when they're needed, it goes to show that sometimes it takes 5, not just 1, to win a basketball game.
So 11 seconds and change remaining here in this game. UST needs a miracle. Esteban throws up a Hail Mary.
Oh my goodness.
His 4th triple of the game. Charles Esteban.
Oh my goodness. I mean, the defense was there. Hands up, no need to foul. It's inbound, it's just free throws here. Adamson just needs to make his free throws. They gotta inbound the ball and make sure they don't turn it over.
Oh! And UST wants to review this. The ball will stay with Adamson University. So Erolon, Torres, Montebon, Anabo on the floor right now for Adamson University.
Oh man.
And Erolon asking for an unsportsmanlike foul here.
That was a close call there for Adamson. Both inbound plays close to turnovers, especially that first one. The second one too, there was no clear receiver for that pass, and some USC defenders are right there in that moment. So a good break here for Adamson. And big free throws for Erolon.
Let's take a look at it here. Dangerous pass. And then ayun, yung foul. Tulak mula sa likod. Ice Danting fouls Erolon. First free throw is up and in. Ice in his veins.
Erolon here, big time shots down the stretch. I mean, good basketball coming from the vet. Let's see if he could make one more.
Erolon with a chance to put this game on ice. Erolon, good on the second 2-possession ball game.
Erolon absolutely clutch here down the stretch for Coach Nash Racela. Now it's all about defense. You don't need to foul. Let them drive. Just don't give up any 4-point plays.
Cañete. Kirk Cañete will throw it up. And he banks it home. Kirk Cañete at the buzzer. But it will not be enough.
Oh my goodness. I mean, great play there from Mr. Cañete. Continues to dribble the ball here. Great defense coming from Anderson without fouling. Close one there. Close one there for a 4-point play.
Medyo kinabahan ako doon kay Eding Sinabayan talaga si Cañete.
Oh man.
So, Adamson, after losing in the first meeting against UST, nakabawi dito. They take it 68-67 and they end UST's 4-game winning streak in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5.
And our best player of the game with 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists, number 20, Eman Annabo.
Mga kaliga, I'm here with our best player of the game, that is Manu Annabo. Now, Manu, congratulations for this win. Grabe tong laro na ito, especially yung last seconds of the fourth quarter. Now, Manu, you were the steady presence here for the Adamson Soaring Falcons, but how were you able to maintain your composure despite the game being so intense from the first quarter to the fourth quarter?
Being a veteran, syempre, pero kailangan natin maging example sa loob ng court. And yun, not overdoing things lang. Kumbaga, wag mong isipin palaging sarili mo. Kumbaga, isipin mo laging para sa team. And yun lang, yung shoot naman, susunod na lang yun.
Selfish basketball right there. Now, Manu, ano ba yung lesson na natutunan mo from this game na dadalhin mo through the playoffs?
Yun na, yung turnovers namin kailangan namin i-lessen, and then yung sa crucial moments na on the defense end, and yun, pati sa offense namin na kailangan pa namin gawin ng mas maganda yung flow ng offense namin.
And may gusto ka bang batiin or pasalamatan?
Unang-una, binabati ko yung girlfriend ko, si Kate, tsaka yung mother niya, si Tita Chu, tsaka yung mga kapatid niya, and yung father ko, tsaka yung mother ko, tsaka sila Tata Yoyoy, tsaka sila Uncle Bong, sila Kambal, tsaka yung mga pamilya ko na nasa Baras, tsaka sa Nueva Ecija.
Thank you so much, Manu, Anton, and Justin.
3 different players scoring in double digits for Coach Nash Racelas, Adamson University. 11 made 3-pointers as a team. yun nga, if they limited their turnovers, malamang mas malaki pa yung lamang ng Adamson kontra dito sa UST today.
Of course, you know, this Adamson squad really showed a lot of flashes of brilliance here on the offensive end. The way they were able to move the ball from one end to one end, being able to get to the paint and being able to kick out and create shots and make difficult shots. It was just good basketball overall for Adamson here. Hopefully they could build upon this and move forward here in the playoffs.
Now they have momentum. First experience winning back-to-back games dito sa Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5 for the defending Collegiate Cup champions. And you must be very proud of yourself, Justin, for covering all these 4 games.
Oh, it was very fun, you know. It went by like a breeze. Only one overtime game. About to be a second one in this one, but good thing they were able to pull it off here for Adamson with a 1-point win.
So ganun pala ang feeling na makapag-cover ng 4 games straight. A breeze. Di ko alam yung feeling Sorry, 3 pa lang yung max ko
Maybe I should get some Taco Bell after this.
Pinasok mo talaga. I-DM nyo na lang si Justin kung bakit niya sinabi yun. But it's been a great day for basketball, and the thing is, we're not done yet. Meron pa tayong juniors game, so stick around for that. But as for the 4 seniors games, maraming salamat. We hope you enjoyed the 4 games, including the 3 play-in games, and of course, itong ika-4 na game natin where Adamson prevailed over UST by a solitary point. For Justin Alfonso, of course, our courtside reporter, Bianca Tagarda, and all of us from the Pinoyliga Cup family. Ako po si Anton Rojas, nagsasabing maraming salamat mga kaliga sa inyong panonood. We'll see you again next time.
A 3-point shot for Peñafiel. Boom!
Too big, too strong, too good. Out for another 3-pointer. Butter!
Not in my house.